Hi, Peter Thomson here, and welcome to the Economics of Innovation. Today I want to talk about brand naming. In particular, actually naming your products. So I work with technology companies and startups. Pretty regularly I get asked about, well, we've created a new product, we've created a new technology, we're not quite sure what to call it as part of taking it to market. So I get caught in with the project kind of, hey, can you come up with 50 names for the board of directors to choose from, and come up with the list. And often what I tend to find though is that we're building on quicksand because the company doesn't know what the product really does. They've built it in terms of technology and a solution. They might even know what the pain is that they're solving. But they haven't really thought through the strategy and architecture behind the brand and behind the product. So there's a couple of things that I always ask companies to look for in terms of choosing a name. The first is the name going to be selected based on what you feel like fits you and fits your company? Because if it is, then frankly I often turn the engagement down, because the test for a name is whether or not it works for your audience. A name is a funny thing. It's actually a communications tool. It's not just a kind of way of capturing everything about you. It's actually a way of communicating with a specific audience. So the criteria has got to be, is it going to work for the audience, not is it going to work for you. The next thing is, are you asking the name to do too much? Often startups want an easier start, they're fighting hard as it is, so they want what they call an auto-suggestive name, like Intel kind of sounds like intelligence or those sorts of things. They want a name that sounds like a winner, and so it relates to something that they already believe in or they already care about. But of course this is the way that you end up with names like Global Hyper Mega Corp Net Success Trust Venture Integrity.com, because you're just mushing words to try and get something that sounds positive. In actual fact, there are plenty of brands that have been built with almost no prior associations, whether you take Apple or 3M or any number of kind of product names. I mean, I love Google because you can make some arguments about auto-suggestion in there, but frankly it's just an empty word that's been infused with meaning. And that's the key thing for me. And when you're looking at a brand, is you can't just judge the name that you're thinking of based on what the name means for you right now. You've got to judge it based on the meaning that you're going to infuse into it and the story that you're going to tell using it. And I think that's the key thing that I really wanted to get across in this particular video, was that if you're looking at naming for a product, naming for a brand, then please start with the story. Start with who's the audience, what do we want to communicate to them, what do we want to convey, because that's the real message. The story, the name is just the signature that you put at the end of the story. You've got to create the story first.